Hello, I attended a great seminar today and it was called Navigating Shifts in E-commerce. And I wanted to give you guys a little synopsis about what was said. First of all, it was ran by the directors of marketing from Taboola, which is a organization that researches trends in e-commerce and digital marketing. And then they also had the directors of Ancestry.com, Living Spaces, and Harry's, which does razors. So if they could sum up the year in one word, they said adaptability, of course, with everything that's going on. So just some really cool statistics. We've had a 6.9% increase in e-commerce year over year from 2019, which is much more than we've seen in other years. They were actually expecting or estimating that this COVID situation has accelerated online shopping by 5 years. It's forced everybody to go online. So with Ancestry.com, the woman was Joanna Gawaska. And so she went over some of the things that they're doing that's working. So they're a fully online business. And what they've done is they've shifted their focus of products from the DNA service to subscription-based. So, and this is actually bringing them younger users. For Harry's, they're new to Amazon and they've seen huge growth from that. And then for Living Spaces, they usually do mostly in-person sales. And so they shifted very quickly to doing online focus, and it's really worked for them. So they've just been trying to be really agile. For one of the biggest subjects that they talked about was attribution. And attribution is just making sure that you're attributing the money that you're making, or for us, the donations that are coming in. We want to make sure that we're attributing them to the correct source of or correct channel. And we do that through having the different channels and making sure that we're monitoring them in an appropriate way. So for instance, we want to follow the attribution, or it's called a data-driven attribution model. So we want to look at where are most of those funds coming in, and then we want to follow those and put money behind the items that are actually bringing money in. And what they talked about at Harry's is that they not only track through analytics, Google Analytics and stuff like that, but they also have a post-purchase survey, and they find out that sometimes the reason that somebody buys is not from the channel that they came from, but they actually found out from a different channel, like word of mouth, or they saw something on social media. Meanwhile, the attribution will show online that they came from an ad, but the real reason that they bought was because they saw us on social media. So that's something that we can implement. For organic and paid strategies, so that's organic SEO traffic, SEO-based traffic versus paid traffic. And the strategy that these companies are using is that for organic, you want to look at the key performance indicator, or KPI, of traffic and retention. How many people are coming and how many people are coming back. So you want to look at traffic volume, and then increases in individual page value. So as we get better with the website, we'll be able to look at what pages are people going to, and we want to increase the value of those pages. That means making sure that there's donation buttons in the right spots. We want to drive them always towards that donation page. It's kind of like a funnel. And then for paid, you're looking at the key performance indicator purely of conversions. That's the number one most important thing that we're looking at there. And they have, strict performance goals for KPI, which so far we are actually right on track with what our Google Ads is doing for our conversions. Then what's really cool, which is a new strategy, is there's something that increases both organic and paid at the same time, and that's putting money behind blogs specifically. So that means whatever paid channels we're doing, we highlight a specific blog, and that will both increase organic traffic or ranking on search platforms like Google or Bing. That'll increase our ranking to get those visits. And then it will also increase, traffic and general what we're looking for from paid as well as organic. For Christmas this year, they said that we should be expecting a bell curve of donations, or for them just money coming in. Usually around Christmas, that tends to spike and then go straight down right around Black Friday or something of that nature. And it might be different for nonprofit, but they're expecting for it to be more of a bell curve. It's more spread out this year. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of people are starting much earlier this year. And so it's just going to be a little bit more spread out over time rather than a steep spike. Then for Ancestry.com, they are choosing to not pay for retargeting, but instead the money that they would usually pay for retargeting, they're reinvesting that money into their website for SEO performance. So that was an interesting strategy for them. And then for Living Spaces, their goal for this Christmas season is to find new audiences through discovery channels. And one of the main discovery channels is Pinterest, because people are looking for new ideas there. So that's what they're doing. So from the seminar, the top things that I actually gleaned was that we want to grow subscription offerings. We want to follow a data-driven attribution model, reach new audiences, invest more in channels where people don't know the brand. And then all companies have also been shifting to user-generated content. So that's UGC. And that's a whole strategy with social media where we get people who follow us to send us videos. With their permission, we can use them in our posting as well as paid ads. And then so far from what I heard from these really successful companies, the best digital strategy is to pay for Google ads, Bing ads, and paid social. So that is the general notes that I got from this seminar of navigating in e-commerce and shifting with new trends. So I'll send also a written version of this, and I hope you enjoyed the information that I gave you. All right, thanks. Have a good day.